Peace and blessings to all. I'm gonna make this quick video, and because I'm gonna be traveling to do a couple of errands, visit my mom, and an update. So I'm gonna be hitting 1,000 subscribers soon. So I that posed the question: exactly what am I offering to the world? It's a journey, it's a journey from ignorance to bliss. But right now, I'm in the process of, I'm going to be suing Experian Information Solutions or Services, I think it's called, Inc. is the owner of Experian, and for 1.8 and change billion, not even million. So it came out to billion. So Tony's wife it is gonna be like 60 degrees today, man, over here in New York. So then, I mean, it's been a bit warm, 40s and 50s, getting up to 50. But today, I didn't even need the vest. I got the vest over here. I love that vest because it keeps me tight. But anyway, so I'm suing Experian in federal court. Is your friend for 1.8783, something like that, change, Experian, and then now I have everything. All I got to do is switch the names and do Equifax, TransUnion, and stuff. So 800 credit score is an understatement, because I CC'd, and I've been wanting to do this for so long. I'm being taught how to do administrative process. I guess I just needed somebody to tell me. Sometimes people sometimes people really need someone to just show them, show them how, because you don't want to do it wrong. Now, one key thing is this: I was always frightened, maybe, because it was always me representing me, and I didn't want to take a chance of going into court and then they're like, that's fraud. You're impersonating the person. Who are you? You think you're the creditor or what? And then you get locked up. So it opens up a whole completely different mindset and a whole different world when you're coming in as a foreign trust that does not have any association with your name. Completely different. Not only that, you can get another trust to be your trust protector, which is going to be the main person in charge, with a 98 as well. So you can open up a trust, whatever name you want to be called, whatever name you want to use there, but you can use it as an individual name, not as when you sign. So, authorized rep, whatever. JP Morgan, or Chase something, you know what I mean? George Chase, you know what I mean? As the last name, you do the last name first, so it's Chase, George, or something like that. So it looks really powerful, anyway. So it makes it so much less frightening, to be honest. Who's calling me here? I don't know. It's possible I sent out paperwork to my utility company, and it's been past the 10 days, and they haven't deposited the funds I requested, which was like $100 and something thousand for all the old all the overpayments that were paid. Those are now due, to me. But I was still working on the paperwork, so I wanted to at least get one out early, quick. And then I think that might have been them, because I got 3 calls from this same number. So I don't know who's trying to call me. Anyway, so for my my electric bill, I sent them my paperwork. I haven't had a response. It's been like 15 days or so. So I haven't got any kind of a response. but I didn't do it the right way. I didn't send it notary presentment, and I didn't CC it to anybody. I sent it straight to the main, to the main office. But now, with Experian, right? With Experian, I'm CCing the Federal Trade Commission, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and I'm CCing the executives. One of them's called the director. The other one's called I can't remember their names. But and then the third person I'm CCing is the Department of Justice, because I'm lining up Title 15, 1681, that whole thing, Title 15, USC 1681 and 1682, or whatever those. I've read back and forth. I've read through these codes. I pretty much spent the past week doing that because I wanted to make sure I'm not doing any false or false information, because I have to really because I'm hitting them up with, there was 316 charges, 316 counts of fraudulent identity theft, incorrect information, all various ones, but all the charges came up to 316. So it's 316 times whatever it's anything for consumers is $1,000, but then I'm hitting them with my fee schedule. Nothing big, I'm not going crazy. I could go crazy, but I'm not going to go crazy right now because I don't have the the time to do the freaking billing. Could you imagine that? Oh yeah, I don't have time to write you a bill. I don't have time to go collect that money. That really. So I just wanted to get this done. So now it's all ready. I'm the last piece of the puzzle, and I'm sending it out. They're gonna act on it just as a reinforcement to act on it. I'm gonna go and file a case. File a case in federal district court. That's why I sent it to the Department of Justice, to the Attorney General of the United States, of America. And I know, they're Democrats in power now, but they still have to, do their job. So, because it's federal court, I was gonna send it all to the New York State. I already had everybody's names and stuff. I was my friends in my group advise me, but for particular things, depending on what venue you're going into. If you're going into state, if you have anything with state court, yeah, I would say, send it to all of the state, state attorney general, the chief judge, the chief justice, the attorney general, the comptroller, because he's got the money and he directs the money, and then the governor, which I guess those four would be the big dogs from a state, and then the reason why the chief justice is because the chief justice has his one foot in. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it is the chief justice has one foot in the state and one foot in the federal. Why? Because he's federal court of he's in the court of appeals. So it's like next step is court of appeals. I'm pretty sure it's state, but it's basically if you go to state court and you're unable to get resolved, you still have one last shot to go federal. You could remove it and then you go federal. The state courts, you gotta have your shit in order, but I would rather, because in federal court, it's constitutionality. In state court, they're gonna be dealing with codes and stuff. They're not state courts. They're in it for the for the money. So anyway, I don't have a very very long drive, but I could just sit either in the parking lot if I have some. If my conversation extends more than my driving time. So not to lose track. So that's it for Experian. And let me think. I'm just getting in front of this truck. So federal, right? So federal courts, will protect the Constitution, because that leads also to I know a lot of people talking about, Jonah Bay's having a seminar in Georgia on the 26th. I would have liked to go. I want to go, but to be honest, he gives you little breadcrumbs on his consultation on his YouTube channel. You have to learn the court stuff. Once you learn the laws, all you got to do is put that in your claim. In your claim. So it's kind of easy. There's a book, 100 consumer laws, and it shows you this is the law, this is what you use in your affidavit. It is a fact. Claimant is aware that if you break this law, or claimant is aware that respondent, has committed, has done this and this, which is a violation of this law, and then. For consumer stuff, for other stuff it's different. But then, hey, those items must be removed. Items, Exhibit A. You do an exhibit, take your credit report, print it out, get a red pen, and go everything that you don't want. You don't want to remove, cards that you want to increase the limit. Obviously, but you want to definitely get all the inquiries, hard and soft, except for me, I didn't remove the ones from Equifax, for example. You know how you get your free credit report every month? I didn't remove those, so I didn't make any kind of, but they're probably gonna, but I didn't want to, because you agree to that. You agree to the terms and conditions there, so they could argue that you didn't. But anyway, you want to remove all the inquiries and all the old stuff, all the inaccurate information. They got all those old phone numbers and all those old, it's like, damn, I had that 25 years ago when I was with that bitch, and it's like they still got it. That's what happened to me. I still got stuff from 30 years ago. And so now you clear all that stuff. Take a red marker, Exhibit A. Each page is an exhibit. Exhibit A, items, and then you do a 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. You number everything, and then you say items 1, 2, items 1, 2, and 5 through 7 are incorrect information and must be removed. That kind of stuff. Now, and then that's it. And you send them a bill on the first shot. To these people. If you send it to the right people, you get their EIN number, and you put it right underneath their address. I also took the the web page that they have that says you make a complaint. The exact page, the web link. I put it right underneath the address. And then I haven't sent it out because I got one last piece, is to make a family crest and coat of arms. I've been advised to put on all my trust documents, which all I have is the seal that I use with a gold sticker, with a gold sticker, seal sticker, but I gotta get that. I know I've been meaning to do it, but now is the opportune time. That's the last piece, and then I've been trying to find on the notice, the affidavit of notary presentment. In the verbiage that you have there, I believe the notaries, if you put like some really strong information, the notaries are gonna say you need a lawyer. So keep it simple on those, on the affidavit of notary presentment, because I started putting in laws. If you don't do this within 10 days, you will be further. It would incur further charges based on the fee schedule. But no, I took all that stuff out because the notaries. I don't have a relationship with a notary, so I've been thinking of who to use. I'm gonna see if the guy at UPS does it. You know how the UPS has those notaries? That'd be great. He could do it on his lunch break because he knows. I gave him a great review. He said, "Give me a good review," and so he'd be great because he's always there, and I could just pop up. And then there's another notary that they would have done it, but he moved down to Florida, so he recommended his sister's a notary as well. And then there's his real estate broker. So between those three, I'm gonna find out who's gonna do it. Because some people don't want to get involved because it looks too legal, you know. But if you're consulting with a notary, only show them your notary presentment. Don't start showing them all the documents yet. If they ask you, all right, yeah, well, send it over to me. Send over that one page, and then it's like, all it is these items. You just gotta look at them, and put them in the, put them on a plate, put them in the envelopes, seal them up, mail them out. So that's it. Experian. Then I'm gonna hit either if it's quick, if the car, if you just copying the information and just like shooting over, but I would still have to do the exhibits, but just changing those, if that's not much work. So basically you got to streamline this process, streamline it, and then that's going to be your, honestly, once you get a settlement, you're probably going to want to take a break, but you still got to manage your affairs. All right, I'm going to get off on this exit because there's traffic, there's some construction. So unless like right now, honestly, I'm so focused because Mars is direct right now, and it's not going to be direct for long. It's going to be direct for a couple of months, and Mars is direct. It was in Gemini. I think it went into Cancer. It's going to go into Leo, and Mars is going to be in Leo. Mars and Leo is friends. They're good friends. It's fire. So this is going to be powerful. This is going to be a powerful season based on the astrology. And then it goes into, like a fall or a detriment in Virgo. But it's full speed. It's gaining speed. So that's why everything is going so fast. Believe me, the battle of the gods, the stars are a complete reflection of, or we are a reflection of them, or they're a reflection of us. So somebody's controlling this by the stars. That's our like almost like our viewfinder, like our viewfinder. It's like, all right, what's happening on the world is what's happening in the stars. I believe in that fully, and it's been proven to me. When Mercury was retrograde, Mars was retrograde. It's like you don't even have that fire now, stamina, everything. And then not only that, top of it all, Jupiter is very happy in Aries. Jupiter is in Aries, which is Mars's home, and so, by the way, the moon's going into Sagittarius now. It just went into Scorpio, so that's, that's good for me. I was a little, when the moon, every 3 days, the moon changes a sign. So, and then it goes, so for the last 6 days, it's been in, Virgo, Libra, but now when it goes into Scorpio, I'm happy because I'm a Scorpio rising, and now it's going to Sagittarius, and then, we get new moon in, I believe it's in Pisces. New moon in Pisces, that's going to be in, a week and a half or so. All right, and let me make sure, I'll get gas at Costco. So that's what I'm doing. 1.8 billion and change, Experian, and while I'm and then I'm either gonna hit American Express or then I'll do TransUnion and Equifax, and I'm also, when I go to Costco, I'm gonna apply for the credit card. Because I'm running out of money, so it's gonna be so funny when if somebody ever figures it out, because these people know. That's why I'm making everything evident. I'm not hiding my intentions. I'm non-belligerent. What's the other one? Non-combative, non-belligerent. I'm not even gonna say the word, the T word, the Osama word, but because some people could label certain things, but anyway, non-combative, non-belligerent. It even says so on my UCCs. That UCC from M1 is badass. I still had that from like 2020, and but it was not a non-UCC. It was transmitting utility, So it's basically saying that the trust, Jeton Lead to Trust, that's then. Now I'm doing the Foreign Express Trust. So anyway, you got to do all your stuff right. There's so many different groups. There's a lot of right ways, a lot of wrong ways to do certain stuff. But honestly, even if you didn't have any of that stuff, just doing Title 15 USC 1681 consumer protection laws and doing that without any kind of trust, and you take it to federal court, you represent yourself. You if you want. Otherwise, you gotta wait their whole freaking month, and they're gonna be like, no, this one's good. This one's good. You're not making any sense. You're disputing this charge and this charge. No. You gotta be aggressive. If you be aggressive, they handle that shit right away. Not only that, you make a paragraph in there that says, please, if you got your birth certificate authenticated, make a paragraph in there. I made a whole big paragraph that said, please generate credit score reflective of securitized instrument, also known as the birth certificate, right? Also known as the birth certificate, fully authenticated with the United States of America Department of State, securing or assuring full faith and credit. That kind of stuff. You make a paragraph on that, and then in your mailings, they got your birth certificate is authenticated, and then you get a beneficial owner affidavit certificate that you put over that. Don't staple it, just paper clip it, or those black binder clips. Anyway, all right, that's that, and so that's it. I'm gonna hit TransUnion and Equifax, and then not only that, you know what I did? I put in a paragraph there. There was one of the rules that said, the one which the Truth in Lending Act, which it says any card is a credit card. Therefore, your Social Security card is a credit card. Now, when your Social Security card is a credit card, anything used by the Social Security card is an extension of credit, reinforced with the authenticated security extended or securing or assuring full faith and credit from the United States government, right? And then therefore, on the account, on item number, on exhibit H, item 1, which is a credit card, right? A zero balance and I did something where, I basically want a zero balance due, a unlimited credit line to show prominently on the credit report. So basically, I don't want to have any caps. That's why American Express does it. They have a dash where it shows the caps, what's your credit limit. There's a dash there. Yeah, I know that means that, there is really no preset limit in American Express, but just in case. So anyway, I'm at my destination, so I'll close this. You want to see a ducky? I'm at my I can't, on these droids, you can't flip the phone, so not a ducky. What is that? A swan? It's a goose, man. No, it's a swan. It's a goose. But I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there's a bunch of them over here, and I feed them sometimes. My mom lives in one of these over 55s. Jammies, over 55 jammies. All right, now, so basically, I'm just putting it in there because that's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want to show on the credit cards. I don't want to show any balance due because everything is prepaid. House Joint Resolution, 192/7310. I put that in there too. So if you do that, basically they took away our, the government shall settle all debts, public and private. So if that is true, then, we shouldn't be getting any, bill. Those are not bills. Those are statements. Those are statements that we receive, and then you work it out. I just said that, I'm only directing to Experian. So what about the account for, credit card is a different story. You got to talk to them. But, I just put it in there because I want to have it all prepared for the next person. Because, I add stuff in there, even if they're not, if I don't think they're guilty of it, I don't say this must be removed. I say it is aware that we know this. It's like a statement, not a claim. You just change the words around. So you have it prepared, because otherwise you're going to forget. You're not going to remember what. You're going to have one big-ass template. It's going to have a bunch of paragraphs. And then whichever one applies, you could have one master one and just say, all right, I'm going to take this one. This one applies to this credit card, this for this situation. And then I'm going to sue the dealerships. I'm going to go in, this is going to work, I'm telling you. I feel it in my heart. This is all going to work. This is all going to work because I have what I need to defend myself, in federal court. Federal court, it's not even going to be seen. It's going to be handled outside of court. They don't want this stuff. They don't want this stuff on public record, because if they have it on public record, it becomes case law. So it's going to be like,